11:15 Eastern, 33.5-point favorite. So if Team Gold does proceed to win 3 medal round games, including the gold game, Paul Pierce, who'll turn out to be our most important player?
Our most important player? Well, I did say that LeBron is probably the most valuable player. And KD is going to be very, very instrumental.
Okay.
But to me, the most important player in all of this has to be Anthony Davis. I feel like he's the backbone of the defense.
Yep.
Like, offensively, you can go to a number of guys. It's going to be somebody different every night. But I just feel like Anthony Davis changes the game every time he starts, comes off the bench, or plays. He changes the game. And he started last game, and I don't know if he'll start again, but you can see a major difference in the interior when guys get to the basket. I mean, he just doesn't allow it. He's blocking shots. He doesn't need the ball. He fits perfectly with the starting unit, because the difference between him and Joel Embiid is Joel Embiid, when you play him with Steph, Durant, Booker, and LeBron, these guys need the ball in hand. They're scorers. And so is Embiid. He needs the ball. You need to feed him the ball. Well, Anthony Davis, you don't have to do that. True. He's a utility guy. He sets screens. He back picks. He rolls to the basket. He catches lobs. He gets offensive rebounds. So he fits perfectly with those guys around him, and that's why it looks totally different. And so, in saying that, he's the most important player. Most valuable? No. Because think about this. Like, if you look at a symphony, LeBron's the conductor.
I think LeBron plays a bunch of instruments.
No, he's a conductor. He makes sure everybody in their spot, they playing the right tunes.
All right.
Well, AD's over here, I put him on the piano. Piano's pretty important, I think, to the sound. KD on the saxophone, and it's just one big, nice orchestra.
You're not doing a symphony orchestra. You're doing it like a jazz band?
Like jazz band, jazz. Yeah, like, I don't know, a combination of both.
All right, I got it.
Combination of both, though.
I'll wait for Wayne to get here to ask him those questions about instruments. So there's a difference, right? Most valuable player is a little bit different than most important player.
It is.
The most valuable player is Kevin Durant.
Okay.
The most important player is LeBron James.
Okay.
And because of that stat line that we talk about every day, his points, his rebounds, his assists, his turnovers, that tells me that he has the ball in his hands the most. If he's conducting something, which he is, the conductor, everybody's watching him and listening to him. He's giving the instructions. If you remove him from that,
oh, they still gonna win.
That's not what I said. Who's gonna give all of those things that stat line? Now you look at that. He's the guy in the practice games they gave the ball to in the end.
They did.
They didn't get the ball to nobody else. I know Kevin didn't play, but they had other stars.
I think it wasn't giving it to him. He just took it.
Yeah, I think he just took it.
Whatever, took it, gave it to him. But there was no pushback.
No.
So,
No.
And on top of that, who outside of Anthony Edwards, who's a puppy compared to some of these guys, who's the leader? It's LeBron James. That's important.
Okay.
To be able to be the vocal leader, so people can follow. He's the one guy, when you look at the bench, other than Ant-Man, that you say, it seems like they're following him. So that's important to me. You got to have that guy. I didn't say that he needs to take the deadly shot with 4 seconds to go.
No.
That can go to Kevin Durant.
It sure could.
But importance.
Yep.
If he wasn't on this team, they would still win, but what would it look like? What will we be saying? Okay? That's what you got to look at when you start talking about most important guy. That's why he's playing 20, however many minutes, 24 minutes a game. And then we get to the gold medal rounds, that thing you might look up, he might be playing 35 minutes a game. That's important.
Okay. Seriously, if LeBron were not playing the way this offense is running right now, I don't know if they could win without him, with him orchestrating. I just don't know. Who steps in? Tyrese Halliburton?
No, but listen to this. Like, when they usually get off the bad starts, they don't start taking the lead, pushing the lead till the bench come in. and then they come back and take over. So LeBron's not in that unit that pushes the lead at the beginning of the game.
Okay. All right.
But he's there in the end.
Yeah, he's there in the end.
All
He's there
right.
at
So
the end.
definition is crucial to this question. And obviously, when we talk about just Olympic MVP, most valuable player, it's going to be between Kevin and LeBron. It's going to come down to those two. And what have I seen so far? So Kevin has scored 37 points in 2 games. LeBron scored 33 points in 2. Now, on the negative side of the ledger for LeBron, he's gone 6 turnovers and 6 turnovers. So he has 12 turnovers in 2 games. From 3 so far, LeBron is 1 of 6. So he hadn't been lighting it up from 3 yet. He's capable of going on a hot streak, but not yet. Kevin of 7 from 3. 7 of 7? I mean, it's just silly numbers, what he does in the international games.
The shot that he missed wasn't a 3.
It wasn't a 3. But when we boil this down to the X factor question, the sort of subtle difference maker question where you say, oh, God, if we hadn't had him doing that, and then that, and then that, in the quarters and the semis, the final, it comes down to 2 guys to me. And you picked the first one, which is AD, because he is quietly crucial.
Crucial.
He just rim protects like a madman, and he does it with energy and tenacity. And I love watching him play because we haven't always. Last year was pretty good for you guys, pretty consistently. And I haven't seen it over his career. He's playing at an extremely high level at the peak of his prime right now. He is a difference maker extraordinaire. And yet the numbers aren't sensational so far. He was 7 points and 8 rebounds against Serbia and 8 points and 7 rebounds against South Sudan. But still, I don't know how many shots he changed. He had 2 blocks against South Sudan.
I mean, his point numbers aren't going. I mean, it's going to be hard.
Well, like Paul said, he's not demanding the basketball.
Yeah, but it's going to be hard, though. Think about it. Paul continues to remind us the greatest player in the NBA history only scored 11 points in the Olympics. 15, better yet, 15.
You're trying to shortchange him to make your case.
Yeah, trying to shortchange. But think about that, though, because he's not getting the opportunities the same way he would in the NBA.
Not. Okay, so now I'm coming to the ultimate difference maker, because I swear to you, these games are 3-point shooting contests. In the end, in the biggest walk-away picture of this, who can make the most threes? And sometimes in close games, it's timely threes. Well, we simply have the greatest 3-point shooter in the history of the game on our side. And so far, he's 3 of 13 from 3. And the other night, he went 0 of 6 from 3, which is just impossibly wrong because he just doesn't do that.
I bet you won't bet that he'll keep that up.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm picking him as the difference maker. He's the most important player to me because he can flip the script in about 2 minutes. If he gets going, you've seen him get going where he'll come down and make 3 in a row. And it's like Kevin was in the second quarter against Serbia. Steph is highly capable of doing that to somebody. So if we need a jump start from 3 and we need contagious 3-point shooting, to me, in the end, it will be more Steph than even Kevin Durant. That's just me.
See, I feel like for Kevin Durant with his international play, it's like riding a bike.
Routine.
It's just routine.
It is.
Where this is Steph's real first opportunity in international play, so it's different for him.
Okay.
Where KD is just used to getting up shots in international play. So if Steph Curry continues this streak, that's okay because we got KD.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for him.
Fine.
It's gonna be hard for him to impact because, like,
he don't get a chance.
His impact, his impact is with his scoring, whereas AD is gonna make an impact without getting the ball. Bam Adebayo is gonna make it. So to me, these are the 5 most impactful players that's gonna get an opportunity every night. LeBron, he's gonna have the ball. KD's getting the ball. And now, if you're not playing your original role as star, bringing the ball up every time, which is Booker's not, Jason Tatum's not, you're not going to Embiid, the most impactful players that we've seen so far has been the role players. Bam, AD, and now recent, Derek White. Because they can just play their roles to where, okay, Derek White is just going to wait for the open 3.
He's used to that.
He's used to that. He's going to play defense. He's going to be havoc on it. Then he's going to block shots, and that's impactful.
He's doing the same thing.
He's doing the same thing for them that he does with the Celtics. And so it's going to be hard for guys like Tatum, Booker, Curry to be consistent because our scorers, everybody can't be the scorer. We've established that it's going to be LeBron, KD. they got to be spot of guys. They got to find their way in all of this. And that's the only way they know, because these guys are all #1 guys.
Unless
And Drew, he's another guy. He's going to look good every night. Yeah, he's going to look good every night. He's going to have 3 points,
that's his deal.
5, 6 rebounds, a couple of deflections, lockdown D.
He will.
And the stats not going to say how good he looked, but when you look at him play, you're going to be like, man, Drew is just causing havoc.
Unless Steph knocks down a couple shots and they say, okay, he hot now, and they just start divert.
Well, LeBron would feed him if he saw it.
Yeah, if he saw it, and you start giving it to him and he start knocking down shots. That could happen, but I just feel like he's trying to get used to how they play.
Yeah, it's hard to...
Think about it. When the last time you saw Steph Curry get a 3-point shot blocked? I've never seen it.
So you think the closer line is starting to haunt him a little bit, where it's starting to get
It's just trying to get a rhythm.
It's the line.
It's the line.
ball.
It's the ball.
Yeah,
like you can just when these guys get this ball, it looks to me it feels different.
It does feel different
because how they catching it and they fumbling around with it.
It does feel different.
It probably feels different to
100%.
I don't see Steph at this point shooting it the way I've seen him shoot when he gets going, because now he's got the extended follow through, like he's trying to force it in, like I'm going to will this ball in. And you've seen him when he just starts flick shooting, just like, just going with just a little flick where he's just feeling it and you can't stop it.
I've never seen. I'm still amazed that the dude blocked his 3, because I ain't never seen that before. Well, I've never seen him get a 3-point shot blocked.
Well, he went 268 straight games making a 3 consecutive games, and then he goes 0 for 6 in an Olympic game.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the end, sum this up. Do you see Team USA playing a single close game? I'm talking about down to the wire where it goes to the last shot in any of the medal games.
No.
You're a big no?
No.
No chance.
No chance?
No chance. All double-figure wins.
Double-figure wins?
Double-figure.
Skip, who's going to beat them? Who's going to...
No, not beat them. Who's going to play them close?
That's what I'm saying. Who's going to play them close?
Canada. I just believe it.
So you didn't watch what they did to Canada in Vegas?
I saw it. I told you Canada played a quarter and then they just
No, but that's the USA team after only 1 week. That's 1 week of practice, too. That was 1 week of practice playing Canada. Now they've been together almost a month. It's going to be different.
But Canada's been together a while, too, now.
Yeah.
But the problem is we have better players than Canada.
Okay.
Canada got Murray, who...
They got 10 NBA players.
Okay, they got 10 NBA players, but I'm not even talking about NBA logos. I'm talking about guys. They got Murray and Shea.
And Dylan Brooks.
Guys.
And Nimhard.
Guys. I'm talking about
I don't think
guys.
he's a guy.
No, I'm talking about they got the 2 guys.
R.J. Barrett, just a guy?
They got 2 guys, though, like 2 guys. There's nothing wrong with Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks is a nice NBA player. But Dylan Brooks, who on our team? Come on, you ain't trading nobody on the USA.
Well, the thing is,
Brooks.
you don't need nobody to go for 30. When you look at the USA team, the balance. And, Canada can create some type of balance. Think about our leading scorer is scoring 18 points. So they can manufacture, guys that can have good games, but they need to use their depth, too. Like, they need to have about 5 or 6 guys with double figures, 7 to 8 guys with double figures.
You ain't taking nobody... Paul, this is me you talking to now.
Okay.
You ain't taking nobody off the other than Shea and Murray over anybody on the USA team.
No.
You ain't taking nobody.
Of course not.
Not one dude.
Of course not.
Paul, what did your former coach, Doc Rivers, once describe the NBA as? A make or miss league. You make or you miss. And if you got a March Madness, 1 game or go home,
but
and
they
all
can't
of a
shoot
sudden,
the 3. They don't shoot the 3 like that.
I don't know.